So I'm going to show you how I was able to generate 151 Facebook DM conversations for $172. And this was generating a cost per lead of about $1.22. And yes, this was a while ago, at least this screenshot, but we have been utilizing this particular method still recently. I love Facebook Messenger. There's a lot of cool stuff that I've been able to do with it. And I actually started building all kinds of different systems on Facebook Messenger back when I started. So if you go look back, like when I first started real estate marketing, you'll probably see my first images here were on a software called ManyChat, and basically I was able to just generate a ton of messaging conversations for my client back in 2019. So Facebook Messenger is something that I've always worked on, and this is actually a deal from Facebook Messenger that my client was able to get through this system. Now, what I'm going to show you in this video is how to set up an entire Facebook messaging ads campaign from scratch. So I'm going to take you through setting up a campaign, even if you're a complete beginner and you never have ran a Facebook ad before. And then I'm going to show you how to link that system to ChatGPT and GoHighLevel so that you can follow up with these leads that you generate in Facebook Messenger. And I'm also going to show you how you can use ManyChat to create a quiz funnel that we're going to be using with this Facebook Messenger system. So enough said, let me just start to show you so you guys can learn how you can use Facebook Messenger. And I wanted to mix this up. I haven't done some content about, ads and generating leads and generating traffic, and Facebook Messenger was always so dope to me, and just getting leads to message you on DMs via, Facebook or IG. I don't know. There's just something about it that I think is, more relevant to how people are used to getting in contact with people. So I've always really liked this strategy. So what we're going to be doing is following along with this document. Some of it may need to get updated because Facebook's always changing, but I still, like I said, I actually have gotten multiple clients for my agency through Facebook Messenger DM ads. So, it's one of my ad campaigns of choice personally when I run ads for my agency to get clients. And like I said, just something about if you nail Facebook Messenger ads or IGDM ads, the algorithm really, really likes it because it keeps people on the platform. And I don't know, when you can get in contact with a lead inside of Facebook Messenger, IGDMs, it's just different. If you can have a conversation with somebody, it's going to lead to potentially a more likelihood that somebody's willing to book an appointment or whatever your offer is. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can generate buyer and seller leads for your real estate business. Now, if you are in a different industry or different, niche or whatever, you can still apply the same campaign framework. You're just going to need to change some of the templates and stuff as we go through. So let's just get to it. So we're going to open up Facebook Business Manager. We're going to go to an ad account, and we're going to click on create campaign. So this has changed a bit from, how Facebook used to run in terms of campaign objectives. So if you want to run the true, Facebook messages or IGDM style ad that, like, if you were to look back 4 or 5 years ago, like from the objectives, you would actually be choosing the one that is under the engagement category. So the leads campaign objective for Facebook Messenger and Instagram DMs is a little bit more like collecting a lead's information inside of Facebook Messenger and Instagram. But I'm going to show you a way more dope way to actually do this, and we're going to choose engagement. So here we have my standard naming conventions here, and this is how I name all my campaigns. For our agency services that we provide for real estate investors, that's who we work with only for agency services, but when we run campaigns for them, we're either using lead forms or surveys. But when it comes to, like I said, if I run ads, I'll run DM ads. And also, if you're wondering why I'm not maybe using UpHex for this campaign, because UpHex is limited in terms of keywords, which you'll understand more as we go down the line. But for our agency clients, we use UpHex to launch those types of ads like lead forms and conversions. But for this particular Facebook DMs type ad, we can't quite engineer this the same way that I want to. So you'll see as we go. So just in case anyone's wondering. Now, we're going to now name the ad set. And this is just, just going to paste that here. And then for the image, we're just going to choose image number 1. And then basically that's going to be what's called like the campaign shell. So we're just going to click on continue. And then we're going to choose manual engagement campaign. So we're going to click continue. All right, so now we have like our campaign name, which has been selected. Now we have to choose our special ad category. So we're going to choose housing here. And this is because this is a real estate based ad. If you're in, a different niche, you may not need to select this. So you can just make sure you, look through these. And even if you think that, potentially you may need to select these, I would select it, because if you don't, then it's more likely you'll just get the campaign blocked from running than it is that you'll get past the approval stage of the campaign. So it's safer to just choose this. Now, there's a few ways we can do this in terms of this is all good, this is all good. We're currently seeing a lot of success with the Advantage campaign budget. So I'm going to do this for now. In the past, I would recommend ad set budget, but and both still work, but just because I want to, make this video current. I'll show you how we're using the CBO basically. But basically, we're just going to turn this on. It's pretty much the same thing. Like if you're running ad set ads right now, it's not like, oh my gosh, those don't work. But we're having success with this for our agency, what we're doing. So you click turn on, and then here you set your budget. Now, when you turn on the Advantage campaign budget, what will happen is you have a campaign level budget. So if I choose, $100 per day, for example, if I have 5 ad sets inside of that campaign, it's not going to spend, evenly across those 5 ad sets. It may spend, 40% in one, 10% in another, 20% in another, and then the other 30% in one. And then that may just be one day's worth of spend. And then, on another day, it's totally different, right? So that's why I've been liking the campaign budget optimization, because what I've begun to see is if you just load up, all the proper targeting areas or interests, however you're stacking your campaigns, I'm just finding that Facebook kind of knows who to show it to. And so as long as you load everything up nice and clean, and there's like a clear distinction between each of the ad sets, which I'll show you how to do, it becomes really cool in terms of how it optimizes the spend. So I'm going to choose this for now. And, for this type of a strategy, that if you follow this exactly to a T to get real estate buyer and seller leads, if you do it right, you can literally start this campaign with $5 a day. I would say if you want to get, a little bit better results, I would go to 10. And then obviously anything above 25, 30, 50 with Facebook Messenger ads it can blow up if you follow this formula. And I created this, like I said, I think it was 2018, I built what was called Q the Real Estate Bot. And you can go back on my Facebook and actually see the ad that was created and just the stuff that I had built. But, for now, $100 a day for Facebook Messenger, if you dial in this strategy and you're a real estate agent or you're doing this for, one of your clients, this can blow up your Messenger with actual good leads. So I'm going to just do 100. I'm obviously not going to launch this, but now I'm going to click on next. So here we have our ad set name, and this is based on the ad set naming convention that I created. So for this one, we're just going to call this no targeting for now. And then we'll just I always end up doing Austin, Texas for whatever reason. So I'm going to do Austin, Texas, and then I can just do 15-mile radius. And then this is going to be called custom homes list. And then since this is Facebook Messenger, we're just going to do Facebook only. And all I'm doing here, if you're new to running ads, is just naming the campaign and the ad set and the ad accurately to what we're going to choose within the actual settings. Okay, so by changing this had no effect on the ad, or it's not going to now target Austin or anything like that. This is just how I've named it. And you can see when we get to the end, if we have multiple ad sets, that it's very easy to track what's going on. So for this one, we're going to choose messaging apps, and then for this one, I use this strategy specifically for Facebook Messenger. And you can also do it on IG, but it performs really, really well on Facebook Messenger. So we don't want to select Instagram, right? Instagram has its own kind of little strategy too. And I'll do another video on that if you guys want. But for now, we're going to choose Messenger here. And then for the performance goal, we are going to leave this as maximize number of conversation. Okay, we don't want it to say number of clicks. So once we have this dialed in here, what I like to do is I like to start the campaign the following day at midnight. So that's just what I do. That way it has a clean start at the beginning of the day. You don't have to do that, but that's what I do. So now what we're going to do is actually select, where we want this ad to show. So, based on what I've named here, I'm going to just kind of follow that. And I'm just going to do Austin, Texas. And I'm going to select this. So now we're going to scroll down here, and we can't make any adjustments to the age or anything like that because this is a housing category ad, which is part of this special ad category. So we can't do anything here. Now for detailed targeting, since I normally have one ad set, the first ad set is no targeting, then I end up duplicating that one and then I add in targeting. Now, if you're following along and you want to choose different targeting options, you can pull from the suggestions box, or you can type in things here and see if something comes up. So you can do Zillow, and then when you click on Zillow, it'll show you other ones here. So really the way that, I've kind of simplified choosing interests is either you can have no interest, right, which is not selecting anything here. You can have a single interest. So I would type in Zillow here. And then you have a stacked interest, right, which would be Zillow and then Trulia, and then you start stacking like any interest. It's not specifically Zillow or Trulia, it's just stacking any combination of interests here. So for this one, because I've named it no targeting, I'm just going to leave it no targeting. Now, if you did Zillow, you would change this here. And like I said, once we duplicate this, I'll show you how you can change and kind of scale the campaign. languages, select the language that you want to generate leads in. And then for placements, we found that for Facebook Messenger ads, to people, taking people to Facebook is best to show people ads on Facebook. So what we would do is take these off and just basically leave Facebook and Facebook Messenger, right? And technically, if you run a messaging-based campaign objective and you did Facebook Messenger, even if you select Instagram and Audience Network, it still knows who to show, right, those ads to. It's not going to waste a lot of spend to people on Instagram that don't actually have Facebook Messenger installed. But like I said, there's just certain things that if you, isolate them, they perform better, on one platform. So if you're going to do an IG story, right, type of ad, that's going to perform better on Instagram, right? So with this particular strategy that I'm showing, it's best to, number one, only choose this Facebook Messenger app, and then also run the ad on Facebook and Facebook Messenger, okay? So that's for this strategy, right? Other strategies, depending on what you're doing, you may need to do automatic. The list goes on and on of ways you can do this. So now we're going to click on next. And then basically, I am just going to take this from this template here that I have, this ad template here. So we're just going to copy this primary text here. And then what we're going to do is we are going to put in the city of the, where we're advertising. So new Austin homes in the market. And then we're going to check out these beautiful homes that just hit the market in Austin. And then click learn more below to get a custom list of homes instantly. And then from here, we're going to get a list of, we're going to paste this into the headline. So we're going to get a list of custom homes in Austin. And then that's pretty much it for the ad. Now we obviously need to actually create an ad image. So let me do that. All right, so I just uploaded this image that I made in Canva on a simple template that I have. And basically now you're going to see these different, optimizations that Facebook will ask you if you want to, toggle on or off. So this is going to depend, right, how much experience you have with Facebook ads and where you're at in your business and what the goal of the campaign is. If you know what you're doing and you know how to manage the ads and look, what to look for, then you can potentially, turn these on and test them against the, not having them on, right? Now, for me, right, even though I personally believe this doesn't quite look great, this this add-on here, Facebook knows what Facebook knows, right? So there's no exact answer I can give you in terms of what will perform best. But I personally turn these off in most cases. And I just leave the ads how we design them. So I'm going to click on done here. And I know I'm not even using this SOP because I've done this thousands of times. And basically where we are now is we're basically in the part where all the magic kind of happens with a Facebook Messenger ad. So running an ad and getting this stuff set up until this point is pretty common knowledge, but where you can really change how your system performs on the back end is coming right up. So last thing I'm going to do is change the call to action to just learn more. And now we have our ad, right? Here we can see a preview of all the different placements and how everything looks and make sure that everything looks good. So that's kind of just making sure everything's hooked up. Now, where this part gets fun is what we're going to do is we are going to link, okay? We are going to link this Facebook Messenger system to a qualifying bot inside of ManyChat, okay? And so I don't even have the ManyChat part of this set up. I'm going to show you guys how to build it from scratch, just so you guys can see it. I do have a template, but I'll show you just the first few parts of it. That way you can see kind of how to do it if you want to do it on your own. But basically, we're going to click on this start conversation. So what's going to happen is the customer is going to see the ad, or the lead, or whatever prospect you want to call them will see this ad, right? And where they see the ad is a 15-mile radius around Austin based on, all the other things we selected. Now, when they click on this ad, now we're about to control what happens after that. And so this is where, I've kind of put these two different things together, which is a Facebook Messenger ad and then building a bot and system on ManyChat that basically can qualify the lead. So I'll show you how this works. So what we're going to do is we're going to program a keyword into this greeting. So we're going to leave this as text only. And then what we're going to do is, let's see if I have it here on the template. I don't know if I do. Yeah, but we're going to just say hi, and then this will pull their name from Facebook. So hi, Quinn, and then I'll say click custom homes list below to get your custom list of homes. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to change this customer action from a frequently asked question to this thing called quick replies. And now we're going to just program one quick reply. And that quick reply is going to basically be this exact phrase right here. So we're going to copy this, and then we're going to paste right there. And then the automated response is just going to be text. Okay. They actually did. Oh no, we're going to do none. They changed this. So basically, the reason there's going to be no automated response is because this is where ManyChat is going to come into the equation. So the lead will see the ad, they'll click on the ad, they'll get an instant message from Facebook on Facebook Messenger that says, hey, let me fix this. Click custom homes list below to get your custom list of homes. And then we've programmed inside of Facebook right here this custom homes list button. So they don't have to type it or anything. It's super easy. And then they just click on it. And then we're just going to save this as custom homes list. And then we're going to click save and finish. Boom. And basically the ad is ready to roll. Okay. So we can publish this now. I don't know if this ad account has a billing. Yeah. So we would publish this ad, right? And I can close this now and save this as a draft, but the ad part is complete. So now let me show you the fun part, which is how do we connect this, ad to a bot on ManyChat, right? So that it can ask them qualifying questions, and it's really cool. So give me a second. All right, so I have this template that I built. So all I did was click on the template link that is linked to this template, and then I'm going to install this, and then I'm going to click on this page here for now. Now keep in mind, the page you select here has to be linked to the ad. So I am going to choose a different page here, but that's because mine has a bunch of DMs and all kinds of stuff. So this is basically just a blank, ManyChat account. So we're going to click on install here, and then I'm going to install this now. So I'm going to have to upgrade this ManyChat account to Pro, so I'll do that. Okay, so I upgraded, so I'm going to click install, and it actually gives you a trial. So I'm going to click install, and then now I'll walk you through this template. So if you're like, wait, where do you get the template or how do you do it? I'm going to still show you how you can basically do this from scratch. That way you have an understanding of how it works. But I have this template, that way I don't have to rebuild the whole thing. So I'm going to click install now. And really all the template is designed to do is basically come up with these qualifying questions to the lead. So if you're new to ManyChat, it's a really powerful tool for Facebook Messenger and Instagram DMs, and even WhatsApp as well. And they do some SMS stuff too, but that's kind of where GoHighLevel comes in. So this is really good for building, systems inside of Messenger and Instagram, and you'll see why. So I installed the template here, and it's just one simple flow. And you'll see here that it's nice and clean. So basically, if we go to edit flow, we're going to see here, I'll move this over. So this is basically the flow. So we run a Facebook ad, the lead clicks learn more. We program into, the Facebook Messenger, a custom homes list button. First of all, we tell the lead to click this, right? That's what the ad says. And then when they click on this custom homes list, this basically triggers, right, a message to the page. And so now what we've done inside of ManyChat is we have this when a user sends a direct message with a keyword, with the message being custom homes list, then, right, and then we have this bot. So it's really cool. It asks how many bedrooms you're looking for, how many bathrooms, when are you looking to buy, what's your price range, would this be your first time buying a home, have you been pre-approved, what is your credit score? So all these things, and I'll demo it for you guys so you can see how it works. But basically, this is, if you've seen my survey system, it's the same thing. So Facebook Messenger is super crazy when you dial it in, and you guys will see this if you test this. But this is what the template is. So this thing is basically ready to go. Let me just make sure that it's turned on. So sorry, it's hard to kind of click here with the loom on. So let me just make sure this thing is turned on, and once it's turned on, we're basically good to test this. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to switch the page of the ad over to the demo. That way we can preview how this thing actually works together. All right, so I changed the page, right? So now this page is linked to the Facebook ad, and then inside of ManyChat, this page is what's linked to the automation. So let me demo how this thing actually works now, and then I'll show you how you can build some of those little questions and how you can basically create it without, the template. So before I do that, or let me basically go over here to this preview and messenger button. So I'm going to have my Facebook open here, and then this is the page that basically, has the ad. So if I click on, this preview in Messenger, it's going to send, a message to my page, right? So there it is. So click custom homes list below to get a list of custom homes. So let me refresh. There should be a button there. So let me close this. All right, let me preview it again. It's possible because when sometimes you preview it, it's a little weird, but the button's there. Let me make sure. Okay, there it is. So I just had to retest it. So basically, imagine somebody's on Facebook, they see this ad, they click on the ad. This opens up immediately to their Facebook Messenger. It says their name, click custom homes list below to get a list of custom homes. And now they can just simply click on this and check this out. Now, as soon as they click on or type this word out, right, this is going to trigger the bot inside of ManyChat. So let's make sure that thing fires. So if we go to automation here, let me make sure this is exact. So I'm just going to paste this there, save and finish. Okay, so let me try this again one more time, do preview in Messenger, and there it is. So if it's not firing, then I potentially do have to adjust this setting from automated responses to none to connect your bot. This isn't how I've done it, but it seems like it's not firing. So we definitely don't want a text response because that's going to be like pre-configured. I think before I make that change, I think I have an idea of what it is. So this is good for you guys to see. Okay, yeah, so this is what I thought it was. So basically I'm inside of the Facebook, platform here, and I'm signed in as the page. Now with Facebook, you have what's called a primary receiver. So like who actually is receiving the, messages from this page. So if you look here and I click, well, before I do that, let me show you how I got there in case you're wondering. So first of all, you have to be signed in as the actual page. And then from there, you're going to click on manage. And then you're going to go down to moderation assist. You can close this out, or where was it? Page access. And then you're going to click on advanced messaging. And then right here, you're going to need to configure, right, for this particular system, we need to configure the primary receiver, right, is for what's called handover protocol to be ManyChat. And so once we change that, make sure it saves. If we, go back here, let me switch to my profile. So I'm switched back to my profile, and I'm going to now preview the, that message again. And then obviously we're going to see the same thing, but now everything should fire. So I'm going to click preview in Messenger. That's going to send that same message. And now I'm going to click this. And what should happen is this should automatically ask me, whatever that first question is within ManyChat. So let's give this a second, but this should immediately fire off and basically say, that first question here, which is, how many bedrooms are you looking for? So let me pause this and see if there's anything that somehow I missed. All right, so I just deleted the contact to see if it clears. So I'm going to click preview in Messenger, click OK. That's going to send this, and let's see what happens now. There we go. So sometimes there's just little technicalities that you just, it was all set up correctly. I just deleted the actual contact from within ManyChat. So you'll see a contact now because I just opted in, but I was previously opted in. So all I did was delete myself from here. So now you can see the power of this thing. How many bedrooms are you looking for? And look, I don't have to type anything. So I can just go boom. How many bathrooms are you looking for? Boom. When are you looking to buy? Boom. What's your price range? Boom. And then would this be your first time buying a home? So I can click yes or no. Have you been pre-approved? Yes or no. And then what's your current credit score? Boom. Income. Boom. What cities are you interested in? So this is the first time that the lead actually has to write something. So if I type Austin and surrounding areas or whatever, right, that's going to ask me, tell us where to email your list. So this is really cool as well because this automatically pulls from my Facebook email. And then when it asks for the phone number, it automatically pulls from my Facebook profile as well. So then I can submit that. And then basically it asks me, thank you, Quinn, what's your preferred method of communication? So I can basically choose this option, call me now, message me later, or message me, text my cell phone, or no longer interested. Now, keep in mind, this looks a lot better on mobile, but obviously I can't demo that for you on mobile like on here. Or I could, but this was just easier for now. So I can do text my cell phone, and that's the end of the bot. Now, if we go over to, ManyChat, what we're going to see here is all of those custom fields here because I mapped this in the template. But what's even more powerful is like this gave the lead a super, super easy way to basically, get in contact with your business, right? So this is really, really cool. And what I want to do is just kind of show you how you can create this, if you want to use ManyChat and kind of learn. So it's very simple. So we're just going to go into flows, and then we can just do custom homes list build, and then you can click create. And then we're just going to click new flow. And this is super easy. So we'll just click start from scratch. And then the trigger was the keyword, right? So we can just do when, and then we can do keyword. So user sends a direct message with a keyword. If message contains, and then we can write what the message is. So we'll just do demo message. Then we just, set this to be live, so we can move over here, and then we can just pull, the actual response. Now they have the Ask AI feature too, so you can ask it to write, text about the, you can basically have it generate a response. If you know what you're going to be asking, it just makes more sense to ask. So I can say, if I need to pull, I can go back, or if I just say first name, I can say hi, first name. It doesn't need to be exactly, but how many bedrooms are you looking for? And so what makes this system special is obviously those easy buttons to basically select, right, by the lead. And so the way we do that is I'm going to copy this because we need to change the style of this message. So we're going to close this, make sure this is copied. So we're going to close this. And then we're going to choose user input. So we're going to paste this here. And then now we have this reply type. And so multiple choice is what we're looking for. And so if we want the lead to be able to choose from those drop-down buttons, we need to choose the reply type as multiple choice. And if you want the lead to go straight down the line, right, which is only choosing the questions that are in the multiple choice, you would unselect this field, right? That way they couldn't type anything. Because if you ask them how many bedrooms are you looking for, and they're like, well, I don't know, I'm da-da-da-da-da, that would just reprogram the bot to say, please select one of the options below. So it depends how you want to design it. For lead generation purposes and getting leads to like fill out the entire quiz, turning this off is going to be, better for more accurate information. And what we've seen is the people that actually go through the entire set of sequences, they actually are, they usually go through it in order. The people that like break out of the system or do all this random stuff, they don't really tend to end up converting. So up to you, but if you allow free text input, that will basically allow leads to write their own free text if you have multiple choice. So now what we can do is we can do, one bedroom, and you can just do an emoji. So you can do like, one bedroom. I don't remember the emojis I had on the other one, but same thing, multiple choice, or excuse me, this would go down here for a quick reply, and then we can do 2 bedrooms, and you can choose the number 2, and just load up those values, right, of just all the way up until whatever value you want to cut off with. And then if you want to save these values to a custom field, then you can just choose, you just make the custom values back here, same way you kind of would on GoHighLevel. Now, from there, we can just, so you would just go 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3, as many as you need. And then you can duplicate this one and then just say how many, bathrooms are you looking for? And then same thing, 1 bathroom, 2 bathrooms. And you can change these emojis to make them, I don't know what I quite did on the other one, but, you can do stuff like that, right? I don't know why that one's not loading, but you get the point, right? And so you just go all the way down the line with the questions like bedrooms, bathrooms, and then same thing. It's just, what price point are you looking in, right? And then same thing, you just, 100 to 200K, whatever, right? And you could just do, you don't even have to do the emojis, right? But this is just to show you, right? And then you just load up more of those values. And then the only difference that you'll do once you get past all those survey qualifying questions is for the name, email, and phone, we're going to change this user input from multiple choice to it's going to be first name, or excuse me. So first and last name, you're going to automatically get when they opt in. So you don't need to collect that, which is cool. So if you want to get their email, what's cool is this is going to automatically pull their email from their Facebook. So you can just say, what is your best email? Boom. And then same thing, duplicate this. What's your best phone number? And then boom, change this to phone. And then, this can help for tracking purposes, like saving the phone to a system field, but it's not really necessary if you're going to send the leads to, GoHighLevel or something. So you can do all these here, and that's really all you need. If you want to, spice it up, you can do some delay, so you can show the typing animation too between the questions. You can, drag this thing up right there. You can delay this one, 25 seconds. Obviously, speed and all that stuff matters, but just kind of showing you how this works. I definitely want to make more content on ManyChat if you guys like it. Definitely let me know, because this is kind of where I started, to be honest. I've always liked ManyChat, and I built so many dope things on there. So you can do, audio messages, images, a gallery here. It's really cool what you can actually do here. You can choose that add image and like put it in here. You can put like a card. So you could put like, if you're a realtor or whatever, and you can put your face here, a headshot. You can do like Quinn Nolan, and I can say, whatever, like my company that I work for, and then I can do a button. So I can do like call me, and I can put a button here. So I can do boom, and then I can call this, call me now, boom. I can do a call, boom, and then boom, right? And then I can do, my website. I can do, like it's really, really cool what you can do. So if you want to just do kind of what I showed, right, all you need is these qualifying questions. And then from there, it gets more advanced where you basically can, after, the contact fills out their phone number, they would obviously be a lead. And then right here, you can actually just trigger a zap here. So you can trigger a zap to basically, where is it here? You can trigger a zap, and then from there, that will basically, start adding this entire contact into GoHighLevel. So let me just kind of show you what I mean real quick. So from my understanding, there used to be a trigger a zap thing that was literally native in here. I don't know if I'm missing something, but you can just do a tag. So we can do tag send to GoHighLevel, and then, keep in mind depending on how you customize these, like these user inputs here, if you save the custom fields and do all that stuff here, the only way they're going to get down to the bottom is if they answer these questions, right? Assuming that you don't allow the free text input, or they just drop out, right? Because they have to select, right, from the multiple choice for all of these, right? Except the email and phone. So they could put a, fake email or phone, but I mean, that's just anything, right? So, but what we've seen is people that start the bot, it has a very high completion percentage because it's instant, it's on Facebook. I don't know, there's just something to it. So basically you can do a tag here, send to GoHighLevel, right? After they fill this out. Obviously I didn't show all the questions, but once we go into Zap, you can just choose the tag here, and it'll load the send to GoHighLevel tag that I just added. It's pulling the data here. Let me refresh. So new tagged user. There it is, sent to GoHighLevel. So when there's a new tagged user in ManyChat, right, then all we do, there's not going to be anyone here because I didn't actually tag anyone. So if I tag myself here, they're all the same systems, So all right, let's test this trigger, and it should pull me. So boom, same thing, and then we have all that data from the actual survey, right? So we can go here, do lead connector. And then, send this, we can do add update contact, and then we can link this to our sub account. Give me a second. And then same thing. So first name, pull that, last name, pull that, and then email, pull that. And then for phone number, pull that. And then basically, we can just mark this lead as true. So this is the only thing that has to be done inside of, this part of the Zap. And you can basically test this. So give me a second. So the cool thing is if your sub account is already linked to your messenger, right, it's going to pull that entire conversation history with the lead. Now, there's a few ways you can do it, right? You can have all the messages streamed to the sub account, or you can wait until they complete the entire survey and then send it over. So if I, test this Zap, the lead's already there, right? But if I wasn't in here, I can push this contact over to here. And then what you can do in the Zap is you can add another step. If you have my GPT bot system, you can do another step inside of lead connector. And we can now add this lead to a campaign, which is going to be the start bot, which is the GPT system. So same sub account. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to choose the start bot for the Facebook, since we have an email. And then, we can map the rest of these fields. And then obviously you would need the other Zap that's set up for, the GPT system itself. But this is really, really powerful stuff because we ran a Facebook ad. We got a lead to opt into a keyword, right? They opt into the keyword. We get them to answer that entire, like sequence there. And then if you don't have the sub account already linked to the Facebook, or if you don't have the sub account already linked to the Facebook page, then you can send the lead to the GoHighLevel with all that data, map all those fields, because those fields are going to be available here. So if we go down here and we refresh these fields, the fields that you collect on the survey just need to be in high level, and then technically you can just map those fields over here. So you can map, like, where are those questions? I think Austin. Yeah, so I can map that, cities that they're interested in and all that good stuff. And then if the sub account, like I said, is not linked and you want the lead to fill out that entire survey, you can add the lead to the start bot sequence for Facebook. And then what will happen is basically this. So you could just simulate that if we click on this. I think this is all hooked up. So what should happen now is the contact will now be over here in the master. And so if this lead now responds, so give me a second. So there's the first message of the bot, and you can obviously change that. And I can say, hello, how are you? And then boom, this person would automatically get qualified through that entire survey. And that way the bot doesn't go kind of wild. You can easily get the user to send their email through that autofill. And then now the bot's hooked up, and then all that good stuff. So just wanted to share this with you guys. Hope it found you guys well. Let me know if you guys want to see more ManyChat content. I do have you can get that template if you want it. It'll be down below in terms of the ManyChat qualifier. And the ChatGPT system or snapshot I built is separate, but that's also linked below. So there's an all-in-one one that's, SMS, IG, Facebook, and then there's a one with just SMS, just Facebook, just IG, and you can combine all of them together. So let me know if you guys want to see more content on ManyChat, like for Facebook stuff, IG DMs, Facebook ads, IG ads. Let me know if you guys want to see that. As you guys know, if you've been on the channel, I've, managed over, now it's like $1.5 million in ads. So, I can show you guys how to do all kinds of different ads and, what we're doing and what different strategies I've done. So hope it finds you guys well. Let me know what you guys think. All right. Peace.